Alright, Mac Leader here. I know it's been a while since I made a video. I haven't made a video because I haven't really had anything to talk about. But I do today. So I'm gonna make a video on gear and what gear to use for what. Because I've had this discussion with guys in my alliance that are having a hard time figuring it out. So I figured there's probably more people out there that don't know the best way to use your gear. We've got all the new guns and all the new armor coming out, and they each have their own purpose. So I'm going to kind of go through the gear and try to make it as clear as possible, I guess, on what to use what for and how to use it. There's only really a few guns that you'll use and a few armors that you use. The rest of it is pretty much worthless from what I see so far. But let's get it started here. Okay, first off, for defense. Most people want to make sure they can defend their base before they worry about attacking. So defense, I'm going to come up here and go to my defense. Defense, what you want is the pulverizer gun. Pulverizer gun. That gives you the debuff to troop attack and the defense. That's going to be your best defense gun. If you look down here, I can show you all these other guns. Okay, we go here to the Lurker Canyon, and you lose debuff, or you lose defense right there and 100 debuff. So that one's going to be worse. You go to your launcher, you gain troop attack, but we're trying to defend our base. But you lose the 500% debuff to enemy attack coming in. You also lose 400% defense. So that's going to be bad. And you got the shotgun, which we'll go into later. Shotgun is a deployment gun. That's the only thing it's going to be good for, is give a bigger deployment. Then you got the shredder, which gives you more rally attack, but we don't need that for defense. And nothing else. You're going to lose 400% defense. Alright. And then you got the Swift. The Swift is control point gun. So you're gonna lose your 500% debuff. What else is it gonna do? It gives you some debuff for control point, but we're not trying to do control point. We're looking at defense right now. So that's where, if you look at all the guns and you just look at their stats, you can see the pulverizer is going to be your defense. Okay. Then the rest of your gear for defense is fortified gear, unless you have there's a few pieces of the radiant gear that are better, like the boots here. All I have right now, so all I can go by is, you really want to look at the stats. All I can go by on the radiant gear is I've got the boots and the hood. I have been unable to get anything else. Not sure, I guess just bad luck. But the boots are better than the fortified for defense. Let me see if I can find my fortified. Fortified, you get 91% more defense, but the base defender attack is 200 less. And then let's see here. That's speeds. So the base defender attacks 200 less, and then your health is 180 less. So it's kind of a trade-off. You get 200% base defender and 180 health for the 91 that you're going to lose on defense. So it actually winds up being better than the fortified. Now, as far as the hood goes, if you look at the hood, I haven't looked at this for a while, so I can't remember what the stats are, but I know they were worse. So we'll take a look here. Oh, I guess I don't have the radiant hood. So the hood may be better in radiant. That one you're losing 225% defense. What else did I have in radiant? I had something else. Oh, maybe I've got a piece of accessory is all I've got. I've got the boots and accessory. So we'll look at the accessory real quick. So you just have to look at your Radiant gear for defense, because I'm not positive. I can't say positive if they're better or not. But as far as anything else, if you don't have Radiant gear, the fortified gear is going to be your best, and try to level it up as much as you can. Let's see here. That's troop attack. Adds troop attack. You're minus 20 in defense. You get 50 in health. So it's kind of a trade-off. That's really not going to be... It's not going to make much of a difference either way on Radiant gear there to fortified. At least not fortified at level 7 and Radiant gear. So then what we want to look at is you got your fortified gear, okay, and then you've got your pulverizer hammer. We want to look at armor, because we do have new armors. The last time I looked, I'm pretty sure this is still correct on defense. The fortified is stronger than any other level 1 anyways gear. I haven't leveled any of it. I haven't bought packs to level any of it. So look at this one. We're minus 141 defense, and we gain rally attack and troop attack. So for defense, that one's going to be worse. Ultimate in trench coat. That one is basically the same, but you get some troop attack. That's a deployment. This one here, we're looking at troop attack. You're losing 51% defense. And that's research. Demolition vest. We got 38% debuff to enemy attack, which is good, but we're losing 141% defense, so that's not good. And then you got the regular champion trench coat. You're losing 81% defense, gaining some troop attack. But actually, now I'm looking at this, I just got this one from a pack yesterday, the Ultimate Grand Trench Coat. And really, I'm not positive yet. I haven't tested, which I probably need to, if more troop attack will help on your defense too. But we might as well go ahead and set this one up, because we're not going to lose any defense, so it's not going to hurt us any. But we are going to get 300% more troop attack. So we might as well go ahead and set this one up. So let's do this. Let's put this in there. Now what I do is, because it's faster, is I'll go out of my gear. I'll come over here to my armory and go to inventory. It seems like the game just loads faster over here. So then we'll go over here to our gear. We'll come down here to fortified. We'll pull our mods off, which our mods are going to be all these Valentine's Day mods for defense, along with the one of any of the flourish mods, or all these blue ones like this, because they all are the same. 10% pyro, because you got your courage, your stealth, and then you have a warlord, and warlord doesn't give you hardly any defense, so just pick one of the others for your third one. And then your biggest defense one on your special mod is, I can't remember the name of it now, we'll get to it. Let's see here. We'll go down here to our level 6s. See, that's that warlord. Gives you no defense. So that's the one you want to skip on the Valentine's Day ones. And then the stealth gives you 12.5% defense, so we'll grab that. Go back down here. That's that stealth. It's construction. There we go. There's courage. Gives us another 10. Go here. And this will be any of these blue ones like this. It's got the type defense. We'll grab that one. And then on your special mod, let's see here. Our special mods, see now, we've got a couple different ones, and you've got, I'll show you. Where are they? Are we in the right one? Yeah, okay. So you got the plunder, that's what it is. The Valentine's Day plunder. It gives you 20% defense. So that's going to be your defense mod. Then you've got the St. Patrick's Day Gold Hunter, which is going to be your troop attack mod. So for your attack, your rally attacks, everything like that. And then you should have, which I may have them all used, you have a rally one too, and control point, which will be for your control point, obviously. The universe rune. Which this is a level 2 because I've got all the rest of them on gear. But it's okay. So we're working on defense. So we're going to go up here to the Valentine's Day one. Adds another 20%. Oh shit, we just took it off and put it on the same gear. That was dumb. Well, you know what we got to do now. Alright, so let's go back down here. We want this gear. Try to speed through this time instead of talking while I do it. Stealth. Alright. So now we got that set up. I'll go back into our presets because we just put it on our gear. Let's go back into our presets. Let's go ahead and switch that. So we can go like this. We'll go down here. Now with no mods on it, let's see how big of a difference it does. No mods. We actually gained 83% defense along with 300% troop attack. So, but that's with the other mods. So we removed the mods over. So, but anyhow, so we'll see how that does. Signed it. That shouldn't be any worse. I don't know if the troop attack's going to help us any, but it's definitely not going to be any worse. We didn't lose any defense. Okay, so there's your defense gear. And like I said, you may, on the armor and the radiant gear, you may have ones that are better. You just got to go through there like I did and look at stats. What you want to do is you want defense the most. Then you want to look at the health. And then you want to look at debuff also. And you got to kind of weigh your options. You know, if you're going to lose 20% of defense, but you're going to gain 150% of debuff, troop attack debuff, use the debuff one because debuff is huge. Our troop attack for some of the real big players are like 9,000. So I mean, if you can get 500% troop attack debuff, that's huge. So, or 300% or 150, that's still a lot. So the debuff is real important. You just don't want to lose. You don't want to gain 150 debuff and lose 200 defense. That's not doing you any good. So look at your stats and check them out and make sure you're doing it correctly. And then also you want to do your mods like we just showed. You want the Valentine's Day mods and then one of the type defense mods with the plunder special mod for defense. All right. And then we want to go to attack. So attack is, let's go ahead and equip it. Attack, believe it or not, is still the pulverizer. Pulverizer is going to be your best attack. We come down here for, let me make that clear, best attack for rallying bases and for soloing bases. You look down through here, we are going to lose troop attack, lose rally attack, gain some defense on that. Alright, this one will gain troop attack, but we are losing the 500% enemy debuff to troop attack, which is huge. That will outweigh the troop attack big time. And actually, I've done some testing. 1% debuff to troop attack is greater than 1% troop attack. So even if we were going to gain 500% troop attack here and lose 500% debuff, it would still be a worse gun. Does that make sense? So debuff is stronger than troop attack. Let's see here. We're also, that's defense. So that one's, we're losing our debuff on that one, so we don't want that one. Shotgun is deployment again. Shredder gives rally attack, which is 479% rally attack. And I also did some testing on this because you would gain 479% rally attack, but lose the 500 debuff. And it was worse. The debuff was still stronger. So the debuff to troop attack is going to be your most effective. And then this here, we're losing our debuff again. So that's why we stayed with the pulverizer. So the pulverizer is going to be your defense and your attack weapon, which is awesome because then once you do level it and you level it to radiant gear or what have you, you only have to level 1 for attack and defense. So that's good news. I mean, that's less money you got to spend. Then Challenger gear is going to be your best. If you can get Challenger gear Radiant. Then also for your accessories, you can see I've got the Onslaught accessories. The Onslaught are actually stronger, especially leveled like I've got them, before your Challenger gear until you get to that Radiant level, that one with the diamonds behind it. And then on your armor. Okay, armor. This is actually not the best armor for troop attack and rally attack, but I do not have it. Your best armor is going to be this demolition vest that's right here, except we don't want the champion demolition vest. We want the grand champion demolition vest. That is going to be your best for rallying, for attacking, even for control point. That's going to be your best because it gives debuff. And it gives debuff to troop attack, to troop health, gives control point health. It gives all your debuffs, which debuff is the strongest boost right now. So that's what you want, but I've been unsuccessful in getting one. So the next step from the Grand Champion Demolition Vest is the Grand Champion Battle Rattle, which is this one. Alright, then you also want to look at mods. We've got all of the Galaxy mods on, which are all for control point. Because now if you're not going for control point, put all your attack mods on, which I can show you what attack mods will be. Attack mods will be, well, I don't know if I've got them on there or not. Attack mods would be these mods, I believe. Yeah, attack mods are going to be like your grenade, your bone snapper, and then I've got a galaxy mod on there again. And your special mod will be that gold, that St. Patrick's Day gold. Whereas when you're going for rally would be that rune. I don't remember what it was. Something rune special mod. Let's look. View mods. Oops, wrong gear. Will be, I guess, Galaxy mod too, huh? It's a Galaxy Rune mod. So you want to look at your gear. Oh, also, I want to talk about is they're not easy to come by. So they'll come in packs and stuff, but you don't get a whole lot of them, so it's hard to get high levels of mods. But you also want to look and make sure you don't have this nobility mod. The nobility mod is a really strong mod. Also, there's 10% troop attack even on level 3. So you're looking at all your level 6 mods, not paying attention to what you got down below in your 2s and 3s and 4s. Go down there and look and make sure you don't have this one, because this one will be stronger than your level 6 mods. And it's the nobility mod, because that's a level 3 and it's 10%, which is stronger than any of your level 6s. And see, like this one, I guess I've got a level 3 on it also. So that's what you'll want. And then obviously, your radiant gear will be the best for attacking and defense. So if you got the hood and these other accessories in radiant gear, use them, because obviously that's going to be your strongest. The main thing that is confusing to everybody is the gun and the armor. So gun for attack will be pulverizer, just like defense. The armor will be the demolition, the grand champion demolition, not the regular demolition. And then if you don't have it, will be, which is what I'm using, the battle rattle, the grand champion battle rattle, for attacking for solo and for rallies, and actually also for CP. All right, then we want to go down to our CP. If you're going to try to take CP, same thing as attack. All this, you want challenge or radiant gear if you can. If not, look at your gear. You may have, like I've got, is the onslaught that's leveled high enough that it's better than the gold challenger gear. But that's what you'll want. Radiant preferably for your gear. And then you'll want the armor is the same thing as for attacking. You'll want the grand champion demolition. If you don't have it, do the grand champion battle rattle. They're giving away that battle rattle fairly easy. I think I've gotten 4 or 5 of them already. Most people will have that battle rattle, especially you'll probably have a few of their just regular champion battle rattles, but you want the grand champion one. And then we want to look at gun. Gun for CP is the Swift gun. It's pretty obvious to look at when you look at the stats. It's got all your control point holding. You've got control point holding at 570 or 67, and then it's got big defense also, and troop attack. Now you can look down here, and a lot of people think, well, we'll look at this. Well, I got 380% troop attack. That's got to be better. Well, no, it's not, because you're losing 567% control point holding attack right there, if you can see that. And you're also losing 400% defense. And then control point holding, you're losing 22%. Debuff, you're losing 25%. So, I mean, you're losing a lot for CP right there. So that's going to be a bad. Then I've also had people using the army shredder because of the rally attack. You get the rally attack, but you're losing the control point holding. The control point holding is a lot stronger than rally attack. So that's why you want to use that Swift. I have seen some people using this one. I'm not real sure why. It does have the debuff to troop attack, but it's only 250%, and the 567 will outweigh it for control point holding. So it's not what you want. And then when you go back to the pulverizer's good, but you're losing that holding attack. So that Swift will be your CP gun. Okay, so we went through defense, went through attack, rally attack, and CP. Now, what we need is when you're rallying a base, or when you're filling a rally for attacking the bases. Now, this doesn't work for CP, because CP, everybody has a 3 million capacity. Okay, for rallying bases, though, even if you're the leader or you're you're just a filler, you want to set up a deployment preset. So your deployment preset will have, and if you want to be defense still, because you're not, you want to make sure you can take a rally or take a hit, that's fine. You can have all your other gear as defense gear, but what you want to have for your deployment is this gun and your armor. Now, if you want to have defense as the rest of your gear, your fortified defense instead of the Challenger, that's fine. But that is for a filler, obviously. You want your attack gear for attacking. But, okay, for deployment, you want this shotgun. The Grand Champion Auto Shotgun, because it adds, if you can look here, troop deployment size, 500,000 or 50,000 to it. You get 25,000 troop size, 25,000 deployment size. So even for a filler, you want to use that because you're going to be able to add more troops to the rallies. Okay, so you're adding 25% each Titan and Trap, and 50,000 for troop. Now for the rally leader, it's giving your max up. Your max rally size troops, it adds 500,000. Trap and Titan 250,000. Same thing for Mega Rally. So you definitely want to use this gun. Now I'll go into how you want to use it in a second. And then also for your armor, this padding, the Champion Assault padding, also gives you, if you look here, it gives you 3,700 troop, another 1,875 a piece for trap and deployment size. And obviously, as you level that gear, it gets higher and higher. So you can add to your deployment. So if you're just a filler, you want to use this. That way you can add as many troops to the rally as possible. And then for your rally leader, okay, what I do, and this is how you do it. You got to be quick, but it makes a big difference. You'll set this gear up, okay? You'll set this gear up. Then when you go to set a rally, okay, you'll come in here. Actually, we're going to Q max. Going to hit deploy. All right. Oh, here. We want to do a rally, not a solo. We definitely won't win a solo on that guy. Go rally. Set a 5-minute rally. Okay, we're going to Q max it. All right, so I'm in my deployment gear. Okay. Oops. Let's look. My deployment gear, I've got 793,000 troops, 416 apiece in traps and titans. Okay. Now, if I put that other gear on, it will drop my deployment down to like just barely over 700. So I'm losing almost 100,000 troops in it. But I don't want to attack in this gear because it's not as strong for attacking. So what I'll do is once I deploy, we might actually get fillers on it to deploy. Once you deploy, you'll come back in here to your preset. That's why you want to have it at preset. Come back in here, preset. Hit your attack preset. That way it goes back to your attack gear and then speed the rally in. That way it gets the most troops in the rally. Then you switch gear before it hits. Now you want to be quick because some people will try to jump on you as soon as your rally flies. So as soon as your rally is deployed, they'll try to port. Well, so as soon as you hit deploy, get in here, switch to attack. And that's why I try to still set these up where I've still got all my attack, the rest of my attack gear on. And then I go ahead and set my skills up too, which I've leveled my commander up a couple times so I don't have all my points used. But I still set up my comm skills for attack. That way, if he does port faster than I can change it, it's still not a really weak rally. It's still a fairly strong rally. It's just not as strong as if I had the right guns on. So you just want to be quick, get back in there and switch to attack gear. So let's see if we got us rallied up. Oh, we don't have very much. One good thing now is I know they screwed up the deployment speeds. but you can speed other people's deployments in now for them. So if you got a filler that's always slow and doesn't fill very quick, you can come in there and speed theirs up for them. All right, we're probably going to lose this rally just because we don't have enough fillers, but I want to go ahead and show you. So what you want to do is, okay, now we're filled, we're ready to attack. So we'll hit attack now. As soon as it attacks, we'll come in here, hit your comm, presets, attack. Now we're in attack gear. We're in attack gear, and if you look, it kept our deployment. So our deployment's still the same. So as long as you don't switch your gear until after you send the rally. If you switch it before you send the rally, as soon as you hit deploy, it'll cancel the rally because you're more than your deployment. But once your rally is flying, then you can switch gear. So now we switched gear. We're still got the same deployment, and we're in our attack gear. So now we can come in here and we can speed our rally in. We'll speed our rally in. We'll probably lose. Like I say, we don't have enough fillers in there right now to get this guy, I would say. This is what stinks now, though, is having just 25%. It takes forever to get your rallies in. Alright, so we'll attack. What is this guy? 1134. Yeah, we didn't get him. 1134, 320,000. VIP 1326. You gotta love this game. The glitches are horrible. Try to get us loaded back up here. I hate all these glitches. It's bad right now. It seems like as soon as they added all the 1508, 1509, all them states, the little guys coming in, as soon as they added them all, it's like they overloaded our servers again. Now we're super slow. Super slow again. Alright, let's see what the report is, see how bad we lost. Yeah, we need twice as many people, almost. At least 2 more good-sized fillers. Alright. So what else do we want to go over? So deployment, you want to get a deployment preset, fill rallies, send rallies in that. Then once it's sent, switch to attack, land your attack. It's been super hard for everybody to understand. But like here, I'll show you. I'll show you the difference. Okay, our deployment. If we go to what we got here? Oh, we lost our boost. That's why. Alright, let's go back in here. Let's get our boost back on. Always, always, always have this on too if you're filling rallies. This makes a huge difference. You can see right there my troop rally size was 640 even with deployment gear on. 640. Now you look on it, I'm 793. That's over 100%. It's 150% or 150,000 troops, right? 640, yeah, 150,000 troops. That's huge. You got to have that deployment on. Make sure you're putting that on for your rally leaders and everybody. Okay, so we got 793, 1416, or 416. All right, if you go into, say we're just set up, we're not using that deployment gear. We're just set up for attack. Come in here, we're 726 and 382. So we're losing, what, 30,000 each for traps and titans, and we're losing, what, 70,000 troops? I mean, if you think about it, and every person in your rally is losing that, if you got 4 or 5 people, that's an extra filler or two that you had, or you could have had, worth of troops and traps and titans in your rally that you don't have because everybody wasn't using the right gear. So make sure everybody is using that gear. You want that shotgun and that champion padding, assault padding armor, because that is what's going to give you the bigger deployment. You definitely want to use those. Make sure all your fillers are using those. What else do we want to go through? I wanted to go through gear. What else did I want to look at? Oh, if you do have T5, best way to build T5 for the cheaper, because right now to produce the, like for traps, to produce the T4 oil and coin. Oil is like oil mine has to be like level 37 or 38. I can't remember now. And then coin is your banks, and you have to have your banks at level 39. So that's a lot of upgrading to get to that point. So what you want to do is, if you're not up to that level where you can build your own or make your own RSS, your own resources, what you want to do is set all your buildings up for T3, because like for traps right here, you got T3 stone and T3 iron. So set it up to where you're building that, okay? Then when you get your packs, you can build whatever you can build, right? Then use your platinum to buy your oil and buy your coin, even if you don't have any more iron and stone left, because your buildings are producing it. Like right now, I have been out of iron and stone, but I've still got 3 million oil and 1.5 million coin. I'm just letting my buildings produce, and I just did this before I started the video, and I can make another 21,000 traps. So it will get you the most T5 possible for your money by doing it this way. Use your platinum for T4 resources that you need, and let your buildings produce. Also for building T4, let them produce for building T4. When you come in here for Titans, I haven't unlocked T5 troops yet. Titans, it's the same way. You're using the oil, so make sure you're loading up your oil for sure, even higher than your coin, because you can build Titans and traps with just the T4 oil that you're buying with platinum. The rest of your buildings can produce everything else. My buildings are set on T3 food right now, so my T3 food's building up. That's kind of what the holdup is here. So I can make 13,000. We'll go ahead and just do it. Make 13,000. All right, so now we're down to nothing. But as that food builds up, we'll be able to build more T5s. And it's just basically building more T5s for cheaper. Because if I would have used all my platinum to buy more T3 food to build troops, then I'm going to wind up with less T5, because right now it's not costing me anything, and I'm just using my platinum for more T4 stuff, so I'm going to wind up with a lot more T5 troops. We'll go ahead and make this. Alright, so now we're up 2 million T5 traps. Also, for defense, if you guys want to look at my defense, what I've got, I'm running all T4. The only reason I'm doing that is to have less power, okay? T3 and up is a very good defense for a lower power, and even T2, if you build a bunch of them, T2 is a good defense also. T1 could possibly be a good defense, but you're going to have lots, like 100 million T1 traps. So you're going to have a lot to overcome the attack of T5 now versus T1. But T2 and up traps, or T2 and up bases, are still being able to take rallies. You just have to have a lot of T2 traps to do that. T3 and up is really a better affordable way if you will, for defense. And then T4 and up is kind of like your trap bases. That's what you want to use for a trap base is T4 and up. Now, I'm kind of out of the power range for a trap base because I've built too many T4, but I've still built it like a trap base. Trap bases will be T4 and up if you guys haven't already noticed. They're going to be T4 and up because that's going to be your strongest troop and your least amount of power to take a solo and a rally. Let's see here. So that's what you want, and that goes for everything. Titans, you can see my Titans and troops are the same way. T4, there's no T3, no T2. I could probably build a ton of T3. Well, I'm out of food right there for that right now. But I could probably build a bunch of T3 to help me, but I don't want to. Like traps right there, I could build almost 6 million more T3 traps, but I'm not going to. I just like to keep my power as low as possible, but still the trap base, set up. Because there are bases out there built, the Supermax guys are burning 1 million power bases. A lot of them. And I've had several of them get mad at me. Some of the Supermax guys, you can tell they're mad because they couldn't burn me. So, as of right now, I'm not burning from anything. Any Supermax, Supreme Camp Commander, it doesn't matter. Anybody, I'm not burning. But who knows what that'll be in a week when we get more stuff. Another thing for deployment is make sure you've got this research done. That's not it. This one. You want to get these deployments done right here. I'm working at trying to get the rest of all this maxed out too. I'm on 8 and 9s for all your rally stuff. The rally size over here, not the troop size, the rally size, I haven't been worrying too much about. I've done to level 6 just because we, as far as my alliance, still are having a hard time getting T4 and up completely full rallies. I mean, my rally max is like 5 million. So we haven't been able to get our rally maxes completely full. So I haven't been worrying about trying to get it bigger. Now, once we start getting our rallies to where they're getting full, all up my rally size. But right now, since we're not, I haven't been worrying about that. I've just got my troop size up and then my rally attack and health and control point attack up. Then this one is maxed out. And this also you want to do for your deployment size. And then we got this one, which I'm almost maxed out. All my attack and defense is maxed out, but I've got, what's it look like? One training right there. And then I've got research, a couple more research, and this one's, I think, almost done. Yeah, I've got 2 hours left, and the construction will be maxed out. And then these, I think, are all on level 8s. I need to get them finished up. I've got the chips or whatever for it. I've got 87 million chips, tokens for it. It's the time issue, making sure I'm getting on here and starting them, because you can't use speed ups on them. Alright guys, well I think that's pretty much it. Well, I guess I can go into insignias also before I get off here. I know this video is getting long already. It's 45 minutes. Most of you probably already bailed on me by now. But, okay, presets for attack. Your attack will be your drop shot insignia. This is for rally attacks and base attacks. Then you're going to have your liquid gold insignia, and then your 2 new ones, which I've got level 5s on. If you got level 6s, awesome. But level 5s are still going to be stronger, which will be your crippling and your swift, your flank insignia. Because your crippling will be debuff to troop attack, which is good. Your defense and and your base defending. So really your defense and base defending aren't helping, but your troop attack debuff is helping. So you want that, and then your flank is your base, is your troop attack. You got 250% rally attack. It takes off 100% of their defense, so you'll want that one. CP will be your burst point, your leader insignia, your gas insignia, and your liquid gold. Now, if you have level 6s, you'll want to swap out your leader insignia for your flank insignia, I believe. Let's see here. Yeah, because it'll take off 200% defense. I think it was that one. Let me look here before I tell you that. Where's the other one? Flank. No, it's the crippling. You'll want the crippling. Crippling because it's 300% debuff to troop attack, and then your health. And then you'll want, if you got level 6, is obviously your gas insignia is your control point insignia. So you'll definitely want it. Also, I've seen a lot of guys using, which is also stronger too, because you've got your drop shot, which is 260. If you have this insignia here, I can't remember the name of it, in a higher level, this cybernetic commentation or whatever it's called, it will be better, but you'll have to have it in at least a level 5 before it's better. But if you've got this in a level 5 or 6, swap that out for that drop shot, because it will be your stronger one. But I'd say for the most part, the majority of people are around my level, so you're probably not going to have those. But there are definitely people that are higher than my level for sure, because I'm definitely not one of the strongest in the game, but I'd say I'm fairly decent. But so most of us will have this set up right here for CP. And then defense will be your barbed, your crippling, then your heart piercer, and your burst insignia. She may have to come back to the video a couple times. I know I went through that quick, but you'll want to do those for your attack, CP, and defense. Now, let's see I'll show you what my stats are. That way you know. I'm not super powerful, but I'm decent. Nowhere close to being a huge player. 667 for 6,667 for troop attack. Then we go to defense setup. Change our insignias to defense. The defense, I'm pretty strong. Defense. Coming down here, see that's where it drops your troop attack, a couple hundred. But your defense, let's see where it's at. Oh, right there. Right there at the very top, right there. 6,282 for defense. So, not too awful. But, alright guys, that's pretty much it. I just wanted to go over gear. Really, I wanted to go over gear for rallying. Make sure you're using your shotgun and your assault padding for filling rallies. It's really important right now to have as many troops as you can for rallying bases to be able to burn bases. So make sure you and all your fillers have the right gear on for filling rallies. Very important. It makes a big, big, big difference. And a lot of people are having a hard time understanding how to do that and being a rally leader and still being able to use that and switching after you send the rally. It's easier for me to make a video and explain it than it is to try to type it to people in PMs that are PMing me and
my Alliance and Alliance chat. It's just easier to make a video. So that's pretty much it. That's all I wanted to go over. Make sure you guys are leveling up your RSS buildings to help produce for you, and make sure you're buying packs with the capacity and production boost. Makes a big difference. If you take a look at iron, T3 iron, I'm making 15 or 1.5 million an hour. So make sure you're buying the production boost. T3 food, I'm making 850, which if you go down to T1, or T2 for T4 traps, I'm making 1.4 million, I believe. When I switch them over, I'm building T4 food right now for T5 troops. But when you build T3 food for T4 troops, I know it sounds confusing. I'm up to 100 or 1.4 million, I believe. Then for T3 stone, I'm at 850,000 for T3 stone, which is a little bit less just because I've got less buildings, but I've stacked more iron than I have stone and food, because for T4 traps, you need more iron than you do stone. So you need over double the iron for stone. So I've stacked up my stone for building T4 troops. But make sure you're taking advantage of all those 1,500, 1,500, 2,000% production boost and production and capacity boost, because it doesn't matter how much you can produce if you don't have a capacity high enough. You'd have to get on there and make sure you're using it every couple hours. So make sure you're getting them, and it gets the capacity up too, to where I can make 47 million. So I can go 24 hours, over 24 hours, almost 2 days, and not use nothing, which I'm gonna log on, even on my really busy days, I'll still log on at least once. So I'll never hit my base capacity. That way my buildings are always producing me more resources. That way I'm always building troops. My troops are getting bigger all the time because I'm always making RSS for them. So just make sure you get on there and use your RSS before you hit capacity, and you're making the most of your base. But alright guys, if you have any other questions, you want me to go over something else or go over something in more detail, if I was confusing over something, let me know, comments, and I'll try my best to make it more clear. But hopefully I didn't confuse everybody too awful much. But that's it. Mac Leader out.